Welcome back to Pacific Grand Western Railway. Today I have a bit of a video on showing you all the different kits from the 1930s rolling stock boxcar kits from the 1930s up till the metal ones. Plus we're going to start with a bit of a review and testing of the new Mantua locomotive I've got. Well, new to me, it was made in 1991. It was the Mantua Super Bowl Express. I just finished body mounting the couplers on it front and rear to get it rolling for my rest of the train. I do have some of the cars for it, plus the caboose, but I am in need of the rest of the cars for it. This one I purchased it off of, if you've seen the unboxing last year, I purchased it off of Ghost Yard, but it had coupler mounted truck mounted coupler, horn hook couplers. So I've switched all the cars to my Accumate knuckle couplers, which is well, this one just got screwed up, glued up with the paint here. So I painted, touched up the end, but thing. So all the train now has Accumate couplers. The box cars and the caboose came with body mounted couplers. Only the engine had still had truck mounted, so I changed it. This is the new release when Mantua brought out their equipment in 1991. This is the new version of the GP20. You'll see they put dynamic brakes on it, and they also went to plastic handrails. Now, a word for anybody that's got one of these engines with the handrails: they are extremely brittle. And if you so much as even think of sneezing on them, they will break. And they're also not, you can see by the side of this one, they are not very well installed. They are quite not as good as the ones that they had on the old Tyco ST24s or the C40 or C30s before they quit making them. And as you can see, I already broke one of these stanchions, but I replaced it with Athearn stanchion and cut it to size and put it on and painted it. So, but one day this engine might. I'll show you. This is the old original Mantua Tyco. This one's got the MU2 motor in it. This is the old original Mantua Tyco GP20 locomotives with non-dynamic brake. They're basically the same shell other than that. They just made the same shell and popped dynamic brake blister on it. Also, this one, it has the rear bottom on it, and more just got closed in the center with truck mounted couplings. This one, that one, all the bottom was cut open. I had to do more work to put the closed front end compared to this one. But the nice thing about these older ones is they had the metal handrails. These full metal handrails on them, which come out a lot nicer. So if you could, what may happen one day, if I can get another set of GP20 handrails, this one I robbed the front and rear handrails off it for another SD or another C430, pardon me, kit bashed. I'm not sure exactly yet what's going to happen with this engine in the fleet. It does run, but it needs servicing. It is kind of slow, and it does need servicing. Other than that, it does run. But what might happen later date, if I can get some more of these GP20 metal handrails and some more Athearn handrail stanchions, I cut the size, I may just transfer these onto this engine, because you'll see that that the metal handrails, you can paint them black, do look a lot better than those extremely brittle plastic ones. But seeing as I've never had the Super Bowl Express on the rails, I'm going to test it out today and give you a test out of this one. They are a rather nice locomotive. They've got a whole new frame under them that covers the thing there. So they're a nice new drive. I believe it's all-wheel drive. So I have never, since I've had it, I have never had it on the rails. So with that, before we start off the other video, we're going to put it on and find out whether the silly thing works or not. I bought it. It's supposed to, but you never know. So let me adjust the camera, and we'll show you it on the test track and see how it runs. Try to get you down in a nice, so you can get a nice view of it on the length of the track. So with that, we'll get my power pack here. We'll turn things on, go to direction. Oh, she does run. I have never touched this thing outside of when I had the truck saw to remove the horn hook couplers. I did put the super lube in the truck gear, bottom of the trucks, in the gears. That's all I have done to this unit. But no, it does run nice. I'm quite happy with that. So that one is now ready to go. I'll just show you this other one quickly, if it will come back to life. I did have it on here, and it just, it was kind of a case that came with a bunch of cars I wanted in the Canadiana caboose, and this was kind of in the slot a lot, so, come on, there he goes. As I say, it needs a good cleaning. The wheels, everything is dirty on it. So, other than that, it still runs pretty nice. Nothing a good cleaning and relubing went to it. So, yeah, she's got a squeal to her. She needs a good cleaning. Okay, so with that, we'll get these two out of the way. This one can now go back. The Super Bowl Express can now go back in its box along with the cars. And I think I got eight of the Super Bowl cars. So now I'm going to adjust the camera just a little bit better here for you for our other video. And this, I'm seeing it starting to warp a bit, so I'm going to have to find someplace else to put it to take the warp out of it. So now with the main attraction, oh yes, for you fellow returning viewers, I've been working on I finally got the fenders on the little little tractor here. Grandiose, find this thing on there. I put some more details on it. I'm waiting for I need a steering wheel, which I thought I had around, and I don't. But I'm also putting the framing around the windows for the windshield to go in it. So that's coming. And this is the carbon catcher car that's coming along. Hang on, let me plug my other lights in here. That might make a better thing. So this is the carbon catching car I got to put the coupler cut bar and brake lines, angle cocks on it. Unfortunately, I'm out of them. But this is coming along for the doors. And I got to get some screening for the, what you want to call it, taps. Kitchen taps, the screens. They have the little brass screens. I got to get a couple of them put into each end for the scoop. This is the front inlet. It scoops the air in there and pushes it out here. So she's pretty much coming. I got to figure out some little things for hand catches for the handrails, for door latches. That handrails, everything are on. But the only thing I am having a bit of a puzzle with, looking at the picture of the guy made it a complete thing on YouTube. He had a drawing of this thing, kind of a picture of this one for a concept car. The top half is covered in stick-on what do you want? Oh, darn. Solar panels. And unfortunately, I'm not sure how I'm going to recreate that. But for now, she's just about done. I do have a fully sprung truck on the front. This one's just a plastic one until I find another fully sprung roller bearing truck. But she is coming along. So just to update my fellow returning video subscribers. So now, to start with, this is the history of the boxcar kits from up to the Metal Age. And back in the 1930s, 36 to the, probably after the war a little bit, you used to be able to go to the hobby shop and you would could buy these car sides. These are the 40-foot car sides from the 30s and 40s. These you got two sides, and these are the ends. These are how the ends come. These things, they're all cardboard. This is a cardboard end. There's the two cardboard ends. You got them all the different names, pair of them, and thing. So this is how the car sides came. Whoops. Didn't know I had that many more car ends left. But you also got some that are in here. There's a little, these are the 40-foot ones here. The 40-foot. These ones you also got some little 35-footers. See what that? And how they also was done. When you bought the kit, it'd come in a kit like this. These are your two sides. I'm going to bring this up a little bit closer so you can get a better view. These are your two sides for the car. Then you'd have a piece of cardstock, heavy cardstock. You glue them on your sides. These, like I say, these are the ends that go on. But what you'd get, this is the roof. I don't have the, this is the roof for them. This one's been painted, somebody with something. There would be an ends that go on there. I got them another thing there. These would go on like that with the ends. And the ends, pardon me, just dropped it. Would go on assemble like this on the ends. So usually mark them on, and glue them together like so. You cut this to trim it to fit the sides for the car. That was the roof. This is the end still. It would go underneath the car. It would go under the frame like so. You'd get the Warney had bolsters in the trucks you could buy and you make up a kit. That one is a partial kit. I'm just putting the pieces together as I find it to make a kit. This one here is a more complete sort of a set, but with a different, I don't have the sides for this one. This one here is how they come. This is the sides, and you would, this is the roof. These would go in here. This is a 50-footer, so I don't have the sides for it. This is your floor, and these were the ends. These would go on there, and this one's slightly warped. I'd glue on like so, in your ends, and the sides would all go on like that, sort of like this, and then the four went in like that. But this one here, like I say, it's a bit warped, being that it's, I don't know if we can get it to fit in there. Oh, we can, okay. So this is how it, they went together. And again, this is, this rail for this one would go under there. You would trim it, then you'd put your bolsters, everything on, thing, Some of them did have, I'll show you in a thing, some did have the bolsters cut out of wood. Some you could buy at a Barney. And they also had fully sprung trucks with them that came with them. So, or you could buy the Barney trucks. So this is they say this is a 40 foot or 50 foot. These are 40, but there'd be something like similar to this. How they'd all go together. And that in the day in the 30s was how you would have your boxcars and stuff. This is a round roof boxcar, so I'm not sure who made it, but no, 40, yeah, 40 foot. I'm not sure. Extended wagon, Pickard, something west, Pickard Novelty, west someplace that made this set. I'm going to take that off of there. It won't all go in. So that was your start of the car. These are this is a car siding for making the cars out of. I'm going to turn this a bit there. Making the cars out. These are your roofs, how your roofs, armor packing. These are how your roofs come. For that, and again, these would be, this is a 35 foot. So you'd have this 35 foot car side would be on there. And you'd have your, that's how you made, in the old days, your boxcars. You see all the different, this is a longer one. You'd cut the roof down to size. This is your hardboard. Some of them had the hard cardboard you'd put on there. Then glue this too to reinforce it, just to make it stiffer for handling. And this was a old-fashioned wood flat car. How they used to make the flat cars in the old days. And I don't have any pieces for it. But this would be, you'd put the wood pieces in it and make your own wooden flat car. There's another caboose. Here's how your floors would come. These would be the top, this would be the bottom. And you would think. These are what would be the ends for some of them. Would go on here for your ends for cars. There's another unpainted roof, how they were just made. This was somebody was making this one. And there's the ends. Here's some more ends, blank ends that would go on the floor between that and the roof. Here's another end with the floor would sit in. And again, this is the channel that would go underneath the floor, like so, for the detailing underneath. And these are just walkways for the go on top of the roof. So, back in the 30s, that was how you constructed a boxcar kit. So that was the early system. Then this one here was a Strombacher. This is the early tank car. If you wanted the tank car back in the day, this one's a Strombacher. And you see, then you had seats that it sat on. You'd glue it on like that. And this was the channel that would go on there between the frame piece, saddle piece, whatever, for making your frame. You'd have other strip wood to go around it. I don't have that. I'm just, as I find the pieces, I'm putting it together. So these are your original first tank cars made by Strombacher. This one, tank car kits. Then they went to this style tank car kit. This one is, if you'll see it, and get the end, like pop an end out here. This is an aluminum wrapper Oh, there we go. This is a wood dowel in the middle. If you can see up close, this is a wooden doweling with an aluminum wrapper that you glued wrapped around. Then you took this cast metal stamped end and put it inside there. Like that. That made your end. Then they had this, unfortunately, is your top dome. However, this has got what they call zinc pest, so this is not usable anymore. I need one of these. But that would be your dome. That would complete your tank car body. And you could drill holes if you want to. You could drill holes and put little stanchions in them to hold the handrails. And these were your chassis for them. These were your metal ends. They had these where the went on together. It's got to be filed up. So these kind of went together like so. Then these would go on here. This, if you see, it's got a notch. This would be in here. As it needs to be filed up. But that was your, we'll put it on the floor here. No. This had your coupler pocket. Your coupler pocket, everything was in here. And this kind of went like that, under there. Then this body would go on it like this. And that's how, them days, they come out with the newer aluminum car from the wooden ones. They came out with this style, like this. That was your do. This one here is the same thing, only this one's a Texaco. This one, the wrapping, I have the ends for it. Oh, there's how they put the little handrails on them. The little handrail stanchions went on them to, where do I get it on the show here? Little handrail stanchions that went in them. With the handrail wire, this one's broken. So that shows you how the handrails went on. There's the wire they provided you with it. But this one, like I say, I do have both ends. This would kind of go on like that with the handrail, would run along like that. Missing the, or do I have it? Yeah, I'm missing the ladders, but I get them. There's all the rest of the parts. The brake wheels and your screws and your mounting pieces for the frame, or for the chassis. And there's the two things. This one here, I have to have both ends. I could, later date, I'm going to try and see if I can unpeel this off this wooden dowel. You can see how somebody had it glued together at one time. And see if I can straighten this aluminum dowel out. And maybe see if I can put it back together. But I don't have the metal chassis for this one. And I am short a couple of these. Like this is the one off of this one. I am short a couple of these metal tops for it. But I do have enough here. I'm hoping that with the chassis and everything, and this had bolsters on it where you put the screws on. This assembled like that with a coupler. Then you put the screws, crux went in there. So I'm hoping with this, I have enough that if I can straighten this one out a bit better, straighten this aluminum out bit better, unpeel it, straighten it out best I can, and this is not too bad here. This side is not too bad. If I can just get these wrinkles out of it, then relap it over, re-glue it back together. I'm hoping I might be able to make one of these kits out of what I got here. So for the old tank cars. Now then they come out with these as the Tyco, or the plastic. So from the early days to the plastic, that was the difference in how you had tank cars in the old days. It took a lot of hand putting together. And from there, they come out with these ones, which are wood and metal. These are, as you see, they're aluminum roof, cast metal top, aluminum stamped ends, or the stamped aluminum ends for them. This is off of this one, but this one's a car, but I'm missing the, this is a cattle car, Union Pacific, but I'm missing the other side. I don't have the other side and door for this side, so it's just in the box until I think, and these are how they had in these models. This is all wood. The ends are wood. The roof is wood with aluminum pushed onto it. You glue the ends onto the wood. Then you put these staples. These are staples they had for the steps. Then this glued on here for your bolsters and your underframe. And that completed your stock car. And this one here is basically the same thing. This is the one I've been working on. This is something similar. You can see all wood and how the wood flooring goes. Frame there. I think I am missing. Yeah, I'm missing the ends for this one. These are the sides. Kind of go on it like so. I got to take the paint off it and redo it. And these went in behind. Sort of like, I don't have the doors either for this one. These are just parts I've gotten as I've received them through buying on email. These kind of went behind there like that. That was your, whoops, upside down. That made your side of your car. And it all glued together on there. Kind of, I can get it there. Kind of all went on there like that. That made your cattle car. I need the doors. I have both ends on this one. I do have both sides for this one. I'm just missing the ends for this one. But one day down the road, I'm hoping that I will come across it. And I can, and these are the cars that come with them. Again, these go on there, that your cars under them. These are all fully sprung trucks. So I'm hoping that one day I can find pieces for them to finish these off and get them back running again. Then they went from that, then they went to these all metal. This one is all metal, metal floor, metal roof, metal ends, metal sides. This one I got newer fully sprung trucks on it. Let's go all the detail on the ends. The only problem with this boxcar is I'm missing one door here. Open it. I'm missing this one. The slides, everything good. I'm just missing this this one door. Other than that, the hand brake wheel, everything's on it. It's complete. Outside of the missing the one door. So, and then they also had, these are aluminum. This is aluminum body with a cast metal chassis. And again, all metal trucks. And these are all aluminum sides, aluminum roof, cast metal walk. You see they nail them on into the roof, bend them over. And these all assembled up into a all aluminum, all metal car. And these were the ones that come out before the plastic. These are out in about mid 50s to about mid 60s. You got these style. I'm not sure who makes this one. What make this one was. There's quite a few. There was Gordon Varney. There was I think Penline made a few. There was Walters. There was Athearn even had a few of the all metal ones. This one could have been an Athearn. I'm not sure. I know Athearn early ones were all metal. There was quite a few manufacturers in them days that made all metal cars. You can see the handrails are all separate ladders, separate handrails, separate brake wheels, everything. I've got my Accumate couplers on this one because it's once I find a couple of doors for it, it's ready to roll. Same as this one. It's ready to. These ones are fairly heavy. You don't need any other weight in them because they're extremely heavy. This one here could stand. That's what they look like. Hooked up, I say. Then when these were the cattle cars, would be on the train like that. So that's how they went from wood to all metal, then to plastic. So that shows you, ladies and gentlemen, how the bit of the history of the rolling stock, what we had, everybody had to work with in the 30s and up to about mid 60s when the plastic come out. I think Varney come out with the plastic cars in about 56, 57, a couple of years before he sold out Lifelike. But this one here, I don't think it's a Varney car. He had cast underframes. And this one here could be an Athearn. There's no names on them. There's no way to really tell unless you had the instructions. There's no way to really tell who makes them, kind of deal. But that's a bit of the history of the old rolling stock they had from about 1936 till about 1962. Then they everything went to plastic. And if you ask me, I think the older ones still look pretty nice to this day, even though they everybody wants the new cars that are $65 and $75 a piece. But again, they're just plastic. But these ones were, say, you had to put them together by hand. The sides were pre-printed. You painted the roof and the ends and the undercarriage. And basically the doors, the sides were all pre-printed. This one you pre-painted and lettered yourself. This one, same thing. The roofs, these were basically aluminum. You painted them your own color. And then the sides were pre-painted and lettered, everything for you. You just put the sides on, then you could paint the ends and the roof whatever color you wanted to match Union Pacific. Or if you're freelancing. This one here says stamped made in Japan. So whoever made this one was made in Japan for whatever manufacturer made this kit. I'm not sure who the Japanese manufacturer of it was. Again, there's no other name other than stamped made in Japan. So but that's what they had to work with in the old days. So, and again, here's how the ladders came. There's how you had your metal ladders that would go on the side. You'd put on the side and bend them, fit them into holes, and they had to go on the sides like that. Was your thing. This one has one on this one. This one has a cast metal ladder. This is a nice one. It's got the raised handrails on it. So they were nice kits in them days, and they look really nice. And you got to say this one here. I don't know who made this one. Well, I've never seen one with sides that went in like that. That was kind of a new sort of a fang-dangle system, but they were nice kits in them days. And you had the fun of saying you made them yourself and whatever. And that was the fun of it in them days. Everything was more hands-on, and it took a little bit of skill and a little bit of practice. But when you got done, you had a couple of very nice-looking cars. You know, this one here is a bit old, but it's an old weathered car. It fits the time period. And this one here, I have painted the roof and sides. I'm just trying to find the doors for it. And one day they'll come available. I need doors even for my plastic one. Boxcar doors and cattle car doors are extremely hard to get, even in plastic. But keep looking around on eBay. Eventually they'll all come together and I'll get the parts for them and put them together as I can. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to conclude this video today. And if you can just have a quick look at what's on the workbench, what's getting happening here on the workbench and the equipment around and everything. Things are coming slowly together. This one is a Tyco. I got to find his ladders for it, put his ladders on it, and fix one, put one step, glue another step on it. Then I'll have another Tyco car in the collection. So this is my work train equipment. So things are coming. So with that, and then maybe another video, I'll dig out wooden passenger car roofs and some metal sides. And I can show you how the passenger cars were put together in the old days. So With that, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for tuning in. And if you can give a like, a share, a comment, whatever, or if you get a chance to view some of my older videos, all the views I can get helps my algorithm in YouTube push my channel out more and keeps me going. I am up. I appreciate the 71 subscribers I got so far. Thank you all for subscribing and for viewing. And I appreciate your support. And with that, from all of us at Pacific Grand Western Railway, thank you very much for tuning in. We'll catch you in the next video.